PFG Detailing, and today, well, for a few days, I've got this BMW iX. I don't know if it's a BMW iX7, BMW iX. It's a BMW iX. No idea what this is coming down here. Looks like a bird doodah, but that's not coming off. And it might have to take a little bit of machine polishing. Anyway, this is already up to the stage of having the snow foam put on the car. I'm going to do it again because I like the snow foam. Why not? I'm about to wash the car. The wheels and the tyres and the arches have been done, and I need to stand up straight. And like I need to tell you guys, and I need to do the door shuts. The car locks itself and unlocks itself constantly. Gary, how you doing, Gary? And what else do I need to do? Machine polishing, ceramic coating, all of that will not be done today, but hopefully we can do some more lives over the next few days. So, if you've got any questions as we go, for those people that are live, obviously, if you're watching this at a later date, you can't ask a question live, but feel free to drop a comment. I'm going to start on the snow foam stage. So, the snow foam that I'm using is Built Hamber Touchless. It's already mixed in here. It's an aqua spray by Equip to Clean snow foam can. Prime detailing. Prime. There we go. I didn't know. I know people by their names on here. Well, on TikTok and YouTube, Facebook. Yeah, but I didn't know that. So sorry, Gary. People still call me PFG. Adam knows my name. So how you doing, Adam? You good? It's nice to get stuck into something. So I think you can see me. I'm going to snow from the roof. Then I'm going to carry on with the rest of the car. So that's the easy bit done. It's nice and flat. There's something on the back of this car, Prime. I have no idea what it is, but I'll try and show you. So if you can tell me, then great. I have never seen it before in my life. It looks like something's dripped, but it could also be something rusty, but a chemical at the same time. Let me show you. I don't know if you'll be able to. Can you can you see that bit of brown just down there? And yes, I know that that's odd, but because it's one of those 3D plates, I can't actually stick the plate on there properly. Good, Adam. I'm glad you're good. Right. So for anyone that might be here that's just joined, I'm going to be doing a hell of a deep clean on this car. I'm going to go through all three stages of decontamination, which is two lots of chemical and one with a clay bar. So it's nice to be able to use a clay bar. And again, I know that that's odd, but because of a 3D number plate, the letters are coming out and I can't stick anything to it. Mike, how you doing, Mike? Looks like some sort of bird mark. It does look like that, but but it's not. And I have never seen anything like that before. I got yeah, it has. So yeah, we'll find out together what that might well be. I'm going to try and do as much as I. Car just locked itself. The key for this car, believe it or not, is on my phone. The guy gave me that key on my phone. I have absolutely no idea how he did it. I did invite him here to this live, so we might have the owner joining us at some point. Really nice car to drive. It's got self-drive on it, which I've never experienced. Take your hands off the wheel a little bit, but it will tell you off to put them back. Does lane changes. Never experienced that. It's indicating it changes lane. Fantastic. But it's so comfortable to drive that it could almost be dangerous. Uh, Brother, which country are you from? I'm from England. Hopefully, moving to Mallorca at some point. So, if there's anyone on here out of the 104 of you, you got anyone in Mallorca? Then I would love to know because I want to get out of this place because my girlfriend lives in Mallorca. Right. Okay. Whenever you change these, make sure you don't fire it at the car because if that comes off, it's going to come out like a bullet. and you're going to put a dent in the car, I absolutely guarantee it. I've seen people on YouTube do it. Thankfully, this one particular guy had PPF. Right, okay, so I've got one bucket full of a load of different microfibers and another one here for the dirty ones to go in. So it's as simple as that, not the two bucket wash method. If any of you really care about that, I just don't know. No one's ever really asked me, but I like to explain what I'm doing. So I'm going to use both sides of the microfiber and put it straight in here. And if anyone's got any questions about detailing in the meantime, let me know. If you're a detailer and want to give yourself a shout out, please do it. Maybe Prime's still in here. Car just locked itself again. Let's see how long it takes before that gets annoying. But yeah, any questions about cleaning your car, removing scratches, bug etchings? People want to know about cleaning windows without getting the streaks. Absolutely everything. Let me know. If it's not me that can help, which 99 times out of 100 it is, then there's normally another detailer in here that's got experience of other things, and we can help you out. In the meantime, I'll talk you through everything that I'm doing. This is really quite obvious right now. And I'm using a mix of microfibers. They are from Jewel Auto Care and the one and only Paul and Angel. They do some fantastic. Terrible Vizzy. Terrible Vizzy. What's Vizzy? I understand what terrible means. Not too sure on the Vizzy part, but I know that sometimes the sound isn't great. If the connection isn't great, there's not a lot I can do, and I apologise for that. But I am paying 50 quid a month for the broadband in here, and it's a Starlink. And sometimes it's not that great. Has anyone else got any problems with the Vizzy, whatever that is? 117 people would suggest that it's not that bad, or not bad at all. And for those of you that have just come in, I've said it a few times already to some people. I know that that's wonky. It's on purpose. It's the only way that that thing would stick because it's one of those 3D plates. So the things that are on the back of it just won't stick. If I pointed that in the right direction. Yeah, so the ones that have just joined or very recently in the past couple of minutes, my name is Jay. My business is called PFG Detailing. Stands for Pretty Flipping Good. That's the pre-watershed name for the business. I'm sure you can guess what it actually means. And this car is going to be in for a few days. It's going to be deep cleaned, machine polished, and ceramic coated. Jean Marie, here and see you fine. Jean Marie, how are you doing? Right, so a moment ago, I was just asking all of you if you've got anyone in Mallorca that you know that you can hook me up with. Any, I don't care if they want a yacht detailed, a plane, or a car. But Jean Marie is the reason that I want to move to Mallorca. Okay. So I always start with the roof and the glass, and I will only use the one microfiber. And after this one is done, it's going to go in the bucket, and I'm not going to be using it again for this particular clean. We'll do the wing mirror as well. Don't forget the actual mirror. And that's that bit done. Nice and easy. Right, let's go and put this in the bucket, and we'll get another microfiber. Got a whole bunch of them. And the clean stage will be done after this. I am going to go through a few stages of decontamination on the car. Can you still see me? Yes, you can. Right. And the decontamination stage is what they do is they remove contaminants that are in the paintwork. So put your hand on the paint after you've washed it and it's not completely smooth. Let me put it over here. Thought that was going to fall off. And it's not completely smooth, then the paint is contaminated and it sounds extreme, doesn't it? But there's absolutely nothing to worry about. It's really easy to fix. And I'm going to show you how to do it. The good thing about this is it will make the paint shinier. I don't know what they are. Are they flags? And yeah, it'll make the car more glossy. And it actually will protect the paint for the sheer fact those contaminants aren't fighting it really quick. and E to remove. The first one is to remove the brake dust. Next one is tar and glue remover, and then I'm going to use a clay bar. Now, I only use a clay bar if you're going to do some machine polishing afterwards. How long have I been detailing? That flag, I couldn't tell you if it is or isn't. How long have I been detailing? And quite a long time. Full time, I don't know, 3.5 years or something, but part time a lot longer. And I actually started back in about 1998. My first job was in a car wash. That was a hell of a long time ago. Marie, still here. How old were you in 1998? Right, I'm purposely going right along the car, one side of the microphone. When it gets to the bottom, I'm not going to take it back up the car. So that's because the dirtiest part of the car is exactly the bit that I'm cleaning right now. So it makes obvious sense not to take that dirt back up the car. Wasn't born in 1998. Fair enough. I don't know if Marie is still here. Marie is quite important to me. Yeah, so whilst you weren't born yet, I was already cleaning plants, and that's where it all started. Didn't know that I was that interested until I actually got my own car and then started working in the car wash. So that was a phone call, probably. Right. Someone keeps calling me and it's cutting this off, which is going to be an absolute nightmare if he keeps calling me back. Right, okay. I'm going to work my way from here down to the bottom of the car, and that way I don't go through a million microfibers. All right, maybe not a million. Anyone's got any questions in the meantime about any help with your own car, drop a comment, let me know. That one's done. Let's get a new one. Summary was 8 years old. I mean, I know that, otherwise I'd be in trouble. Right. A new microfiber again. Can't stress that. Keep using these. They're cheap to buy, and it's the best way of making sure you're not going to get any scratches on the car. You like washing your own car? It's soothing. It definitely is. Do you do videos? You get someone onto social media. People love the videos. I've um I've made a career out of it. What type of rag is best for cleaning the car? These ones are from that one's from G Technic. My favourite ones are from Dual Auto Care and Fallen Angel. There's not much between them, but Fallen Angel will have the exact same quality, I would say, but a lower cost than anyone else. But the quality is fantastic, and they look identical to this. I'll have to show you in a minute. But look, you can see that that's dirty, so I flip it around and use the other side. It's nice and clean now. Right, okay. I mean, you can ask some more challenging questions than this if you like. RJ Entertainer says hi. RJ, what kind of entertaining do you do? Come and let us all know. I just opened itself. Thank you very much. I'm a private person just watching the world. Private is how I like it. Good for people who do videos. Fair enough. Fair enough. Can't say I blame you there. There is way too many. It keeps opening and closing itself. There's absolutely nothing that I can do about it. It keeps doing it. The thing is, the key's on the phone, and you can't see me right now, can you? The key's on the phone. It's a digital key, and you are the key right now. So why that keeps opening and closing the door, I have absolutely no idea why. It keeps doing it. We've got the bonnet and the front bumper to do. Then I'm going to pressure wash this car off. After that, right, let me show you if you can see a difference between these two. This is G Technic, and this is Fallen Angel. Can you tell the difference between the two? Because I can't. All I know is that they do two, probably for the price of one from G Technic, and they're identical. So these are kind of things that you look at and you think, do I really need? This is the other one that they do. You get two from Fallen Angel. So yeah, do you really need something? Oh, this is going to get tiresome quickly. Stop opening and closing. Yeah, you don't need a massive brand put on there. Actually, the smaller brands do the exact same product with their logo on it. So just pay less for it. That's my advice. You can do what you like. Right, so after this, it's going to be pressure wash off, decontaminate the car using built Hamburg Porosol, which is a fallout remover. So if you have mostly a white car, which is going to be only a handful of you, and if you see the small kind of rust spots in the paint, this is going to be exactly the product that you'll need to remove those. What it does is it reacts with the we call it an iron filing or metal filing, which comes out of the brakes. It gets stuck in the paint because it's mighty hot and it goes rusty. Now, that product reacts with the rust, makes it water soluble, and you just pressure wash it off. That's it. And it will turn purple. If any of you have seen any of my videos, a lot of the wheel cleaning ones, the wheels turn purple. And that's the iron remover working. Okay, time to pressure wash this off, then start the decontamination. Oh, stop opening and closing it. And then time to start the decontamination stage. So bear with me a minute. I'm not going to see everything that you're saying, but I will get back to absolutely everyone. I promise you that. Someone said hi. Are you from the United Kingdom? Yes. Yes, I am. Right. Okay. Sound's going to go a little bit off. So bear with me a couple of minutes. I'll do everything that I can to talk over it, but I know it's not particularly great. Right, okay. At least now I can have a bit of a chat with you in between cleaning this. Glad to see people working in the UK. Nice. Where are you from? Where 100% of people work. Ski. Hello, Ski. Hello, Ski. Right, there's a bit of a dent on this bonnet. I can't remember how the chap did it, but I'm gonna have to get some paint and fill that in. Fortunately, it's black metallic. We've got a load of that for BMW already. There was a lot of bugs on here that I've already had to remove. I didn't want to do that live, so I thought it might have been a little bit boring for you to watch. But basically, it was a lot of all-purpose cleaner over and over again. Obviously, I don't want to splash away at it. That would be a silly thing to do. Started your mobile business. Ooh, whereabouts are you based? And all good, like watching. You like watching the pressure washer. All right, that's cool. Just makes a bit of a nasty noise, but I don't think you can hear it. Not from the feedback that I've had in the past, anyway. What I like to do is put the pressure washer into the window sill here, where the window meets the door. If there's any dust in there, which we've had quite a bit of in the past couple of months in the UK, cars open, then it's good to just blow that out. And you'll see that there is absolutely no protection on this paint. And the reason you can tell that is there's no water beading. The water is just sticking to the car. So the reason I'm going to put a ceramic coat on there is because it will protect the paint from the elements. Think it's got UV protection in there. The car will stay cleaner for longer. It's not impervious to dirt, but it will stay cleaner for longer. and it'll be easier to clean for the owner. Plus, it looks fantastic. It gives it a really heavy gloss. So if you've ever looked at a car and just thought it looks wet as it goes past, even though it's dry, that's the kind of look that a ceramic coating will give it. That's my car in the background. Haven't washed it in ages. That's the way this works, isn't it? Houston, Texas, we've got 4 customers so far from the first working time. Each customer paid about $100 for each car. That's really good. So far, loving the journey. I put $500 to $800 in some equipment. You've done it the right way, I'll tell you that. Same for also from Houston, Texas. Is that two of you from Houston, Texas? Now just learning how to remove dust and certain water stains. Water stains, really quite easy. You need an acid. Over in America, you've got Car Pro. Look at Car Pro Spotless 2.0. When it depends if the water spots are already on the car before you get it, then yeah, you'll need an acid. When you go up the levels, what you do is you get yourself an IBC, which is that water tank there. Under this here is a reverse osmosis system, and I can leave a car wet and it will not get any water spots whatsoever. Quite simply because it's been filtered 4 times. So that's the level you need to get to. And what you can do is you wash a client's car and leave it, and then do the interior. And by the time you get to the outside's dried. If you need to, if the client wants it, do a little bit more drying, but you really don't have to dry the car at all. I promise you that. It's a game changer. Right, okay. That BMW need ceramic coating. Black shows so many scratches. It does, and there's quite a few scratches on there that I need to remove. Priscilla Silver, hello. Hello, Priscilla. Right, nearly done with getting the studs off of the car. Now I'll move on to the next page. Right, I don't think Prime is still in here, but Prime, this thing that's on here is not coming off. There's something on the back of the car. Maybe when it's dry, I'll show you. For those of you that haven't seen it, that's something that I should have mentioned that I do. I have a subscription service on here. So for those of you that are looking for additional help, I'll do one-to-one lives, one-to-ones with you, just have a chat, talk through things, group chats if you want to talk about the things that you find that are good and working for you, some that are not. Anyway, it's a way for me to help so many people because I get a lot of questions over and over again. So if you're a detailer and you want a little bit of extra help, there's a subscription service on here, and I'll give you all the help that you need, including social media. Which, if you check out PFG Detailing on all these other places. 50,000 followers on TikTok, nearly 10,000 on here, 40,000 on Facebook. I can't remember on Instagram, 12 or 13,000. And I've only been doing that for about a year and a half, actually pushing. So I'll help you with all of that kind of stuff as well. Anyway, yeah, we haven't been drying mostly. We've got 110 degrees. Woohoo. I thought it was hot over here. Well, not today. Right, again, get into here, blow out any dust that might be there. Blow out enough. Car's open itself again. Thank you very much. Studs are nearly off the car, and we can start the decontamination stage. Right, doesn't matter that it's not 100% off because we're going to keep putting water all over the car anyway. Right, okay, get rid of this. What you need to do is if you do get one of those reverse osmosis systems, you need to get something called a TBS meter. and that will tell you how many parts per million are in there. Now, the water coming into the pipes here, it's about 280, 300 parts per million. You need anything around the 20 plus mark, maybe even lower, to get water spots. It comes out now at 1. And if I put on another filter, it will come out at 0 for a long time. Anyway, ferrous metal fallout remover, Corosol by Built Hamber. You spray this onto the paint right now after you've done your clean. And on this car, you won't see it, but it will turn purple if there's brake dust in there. Now, there's a couple of things on this car that you should know about, which is why you won't see it. Look at the color of it. You're not going to see this turn purple. Point number one, it's an electric car, which means it doesn't use the brakes as much. And based on those two things, and the fact that it's a relatively new car, you're not going to see a lot of the fallout remover in there. But if you've got an old, let's say, white car, red car, even silver, and you spray this on there and never having done it before, it's going to make a big difference. Right. So spray this all over the paint. You don't need to go above the, what do you want to call it? The belt line above the windows. It's just not going to stick into there. Right, okay. Car said, let me help you out. Yeah. If, I'm not going to keep going on about it, but if you hear beeping constantly, that's because the car is opening and closing itself. Right, the back of the car, funny enough, is normally a place whereby you get lots of fallout. I think on these cars these days, they're built whereby a lot of the wind resistant, what do you call it? The aerodynamics from the bottom of the car swoops up and it sticks into the back of the car. Put my tongue back in my mouth. Sticks into the back of the car. Yes, I know that that's not on straight. It's not because I've had a drink or two. It's because it's a 3D plate and it won't actually stick to it otherwise. And the plate on the front has been taken off. Right, so you just spray this on. You don't have to do anything with it. Some people clean the car while this is on there. There's an argument to say don't do that because you're removing metal particles. So why would you want to put that into the paint and rub it around? All you need to do is exactly what I'm doing here. You spray it on, relax, and pressure wash it off. That's it. Couldn't get any simpler. Any tips on how to clean chrome? Yeah, if it's real chrome, which I'll assume that it is, you can use a metal polish. There's plenty of them out there. I've got one by Geon, depending where you are. There's Auto Soul, which is really good. Now, this is destined for the bin. I just haven't put it in there yet. But just get some of this. See, I've just thrown it on the floor because it's already used. As you can see, I used it for an exhaust pipe. So this is wire wool, 0000 wire wool. And I don't want this on my fingers. So let's get it off. And if you use that on the chrome, again, it has to be proper chrome. Then that will bring it up lovely. Voila. Yes, et voila. It's about my French exhausted. Right, so if I bring you with, because I started on the other side of the car, I'm going to start to pressure wash this off. Right, all I can show you that this is turning purple is what's falling on the floor. So I don't know if the camera will pick this up, but can you see this patch right here? That's where it's turning purple. It's dripping off the car and turning purple. Let's see if I can find it anywhere else on the car. There's a few patches here, but you're not going to see it. Maybe a little bit there. Can you see? Can you see the purple on the floor just here? That means that the fallout remover is doing its job. But on a black car, I'm just not going to be able to show you exactly. Oh, message retracted. What did you say? Right, let me get the whole car in there. 160 hellos. If you haven't already subscribed, don't be tight. Click that subscribe button. It's there somewhere. I post lots of videos on social media, give lots of hints and tips and tricks. I like to do lives. By you supporting me, that helps me. So please click the subscribe button. Right, all I'm doing now is I'm going to pressure wash the fallout remover, which is Built Hamber. And this is stage 1 of the decontamination. And as we go, we're going to check the car if it needs it. So this is how easy it is to use a fallout remover. Okay. Oh, the car's unlocked itself. Thank you very much. Right. So any questions about detailing that I can help you with? I'll see if I can get one of the Latafina. I don't know what it is. Latafina. Head to work. Love the live. Keep up the hard work. And, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's all I'm asking for. If you can subscribe if you like what you see, and then great. If you don't like it, I'm more than happy for you to say why. If I can change it, then I will. Right, so all I'm doing is just pressure washing off the fallout remover. Make sure that the pressure washer hits every inch of the panel, otherwise you're probably not going to loosen what's stuck in there. Let's see if it feels smooth. Right, that is already starting to feel much, much smoother. But it still needs to be played. I pretty much guarantee it. It's never been done before. Sorry, your bad spelling. Yeah, I don't know what that is. And for those of you that have just joined, I know, I know, I know, I know. So today I'm going to get up to possibly the drying stage, and then we'll take a look at the paint, and I'm going to want to do the paint correction on my own, so I'm going to need to concentrate, and I want to get some content for you guys. So I try and do a little bit of everything: live, shorts, videos. I'll try and keep everyone happy, which is difficult. Oh, it's fun. More purple on the floor. More purple on the floor means that the fallout remover is working. The camera's not going to pick it up unless you can see how purple that is down there. That's the fallout remover doing its thing. Right, I'm going to put this over here for a minute. Okay, it's pretty much done. Now, what we'll do is we'll check the paint, and you don't even need to visually check the paint. This keeps on getting stuck under a drain. Yeah, you don't need to visually check it on this car because it's black. So what you need to do is, if you've got a glove or even without a glove, it doesn't really matter. Just run your hand over the surface. If it doesn't feel smooth like a mirror, then there's still contaminants in there. Now, over here, smooth as could possibly be. Down here, it is not. And I should imagine if I go over here, it will be smooth. And it is quite simply because when you drive, obviously the tyre will flick up dirt in this particular place here. And that will be tar and glue remover that we need to use. So guess what stage I'm going to move to now? Tar and glue remover. And yep, we've got a load of it here. This is the tar and glue remover that I'm using, Tar X. I'm going to use a Fallen Angel microfiber. And all I'm going to do is spray it onto the car, let it rest for a couple of minutes, and use the microfiber to gently wipe off the tar that's stuck on the car. So if you've got a lighter color car, then you're not going to see it on this car, unsurprisingly. Yeah, I only spray it in the areas that I know where it's going to be, which is on the lower part of each side of the car. Spraying it on the bonnet, etc., and on the boot. It's just not going to be there. Around this area, yes, but otherwise, rarely, if ever, do I see it anywhere else. And the clay bar will take off the bits that this doesn't. Now, what I will say is this stuff absolutely stinks. So up to you if you want to wear a mask, and try not get it on your clothes because it can turn it pink. I know. I've done it a few times. So what I'll do after is this microfiber is purely this particular job. So I'm going to make that a little bit wet, and in a couple of minutes, just go over the car, remove the car spots that will be on there. After that, I'm going to use a clay bar, which is one of these. And what that will do is that will really get stuck into the paint and remove the contaminants. Now, I'll show you what a clay bar is. Let me flatten this out. This is a piece that I've used once before, but it's good to go again. When you start out with a brand new one, it will look like this. That one I've used once, so it'll be perfectly fine to go. And all you need is water with this particular clay bar. You soak the car down, gently rub this onto the surface, and it will remove the last of the contaminants. And then this car will be smooth as can possibly be. Then you dry the car, then we move on to machine polishing. So after I've dried the car, I don't need to dry it. But that's going to be when bottle of water. What's a bottle of water? I mean, there was one on the side. I don't know what I was saying now. Right, okay. I don't know if you'll see this, but that's the microfiber now. If there's any tar spots there, let's find out because that will turn just a little bit brown. So I can see them. The camera's not going to pick it up, so I'm not going to bother showing you. And this is as easy as it gets with decontamination. You really don't need to push hard. I'm just letting the chemical do the work, and these tiny little tar spots will come off. Yeah, there's definitely some there. You're not going to see it. Maybe around the fingers you can see a little bit, but there's not a lot on this car. Some of them, if you've got the little tar spots, which are little black or brown spots on the car, if you've ever seen those and you tried to pick them off, this is as easy as it gets with removing them. You just spray this on there and it will come off. What I would say is, if you're not going to buy the one that I've just recommended to use, which is Car Pro Tar X, just make sure that you get one that is plastic safe. Otherwise, I can near on guarantee you're going to ruin the plastics on the car. It will melt the plastic. You've had your warning. What's a bottle of water? The bottle of water is. Are you suggesting that I've sprayed water on the car? I don't know. That'll give me something to back it up with. All right, there's another bit here. I'm just going to hold it on there, gently rub the surface. Come on. Yep, you're gone. Thank you very much. It's getting slightly dirtier, but it's not a bad one. Someone said hi. Valmir. I can't pronounce that entire name, but hello to you too. Right, the next bit I think is the most satisfying for me, the clay butter stage. It's not easy to do, it's quite physical, but it's a nice one to do. And that one will definitely make the car shinier. The contaminants in the paint will rob you of gloss. And that's exactly what we're going to fix. And you can do it really easily. So when you use the clay bar, which I'm about to show you in a minute, I do need to pressure wash this chemical off the car. Oh, that's lovely and smooth. Then after you use a clay bar, you should machine polish. Most retailers will say you have to do it. Well, you don't. It's just a case of if you don't, you might have put very, very, very light scratches into the paint and they should be removed. But it's not going to, you're not going to be in trouble with anyone if you don't do it. It's nice to watch. Thank you, Adam. I appreciate it. Can always rely on you. Right, so I'm going to pressure wash the chemical off the car. It really is as easy as this. Then we'll move to stage three. Right, this side's nearly done. Okay. Oh, you couldn't see me. Sorry about that, people. You're going to see something that's stuck on the number plate that isn't straight. Those of you that have been here for a little while, you know why, but it's got a 3D plate. So I couldn't put it on there properly. There we go. So any questions about detailing? You've got something on your own car that you need a bit of help with, drop a comment, let me know. It's no problem at all. If you're a detailer and you just want to give yourself some self-promotion, drop a comment, do it. No problem at all. We're not going to step on each other's toes. Never have I stepped on anyone's toes all day for me either. So I'm more than happy if you want to promote yourself. Right, now let's see. Yeah, needs a tiny bit of a clay bar. Now the trick with the clay bar is keep the car wet, keep pressure washing it off, because the only medium you need is water to make this clay bar work. So, I mean, water is relatively low cost. Make sure the car is soaking wet. Right, let's grab that clay bar and get going. Okay, bear with me a second. Mhm. Moving through. It's looking at itself. Right, I don't know if you're going to see a difference here, but this is a clay bar now. There's not a lot on here, so you're not going to see a massive difference in this. But this is as easy as it gets to decontaminate the paintwork. You just gently glide the clay bar over the paint. Don't do it on textured plastics. Use chemicals for that. But this now is completely smooth. You won't hear anything. Whereas if I go to a bit that needs it, I didn't. Not much of the car needs it, but you'd be able to pick up the sound from the contaminants in the paint. Let's see if there's anything down here. There's nothing coming off. Maybe down here. See, I recommend this to you if you're getting into detailing, if you want to make the paint look better. Yes, I do recommend machine polishing afterwards. But when I first started, I practiced on my own car, and it was a silver car, and the car was relatively old. So guess what? I wasn't too worried if I machine polished it or not. I just wanted to practice and see what difference it could make. And it made a nice difference. And personally, I wasn't fussed. Obviously, if you're a detailer full time, that isn't really acceptable. Right. So now you can see I've hit a piece of tar that never came off. I'm going to show you the other side and show you what will happen when I go over that tar. So where is it? It's just here. It's a big old piece of tar. Right, so just gently moving it back and forwards, and you'll be able to tell when it's completely gone because it won't feel like you're moving over a ridge. Now might remember that that was one side, and it's up to you to tell me what you think that looks like. Oh, a little spider. Come on, go away. Come on. So I like spiders. I'm going to put that somewhere else. And that's what it does. It removes contaminants. Wish I'd have got that on a little video that I could have shared with everyone, but it doesn't always work in that way. Have any of you used a clay bar, or are you going to? Jan, hello, Jan. I said Jan or Jan. Go either way, couldn't it? Right, I need to get some water on this car because it gets a little bit sticky. Now you can see it's really picking up a few bits and pieces. All right, if you haven't already subscribed, you know what I'm going to say. Please subscribe. All right, I want to put this over here. Oh, fell off. Carry on going. How many of you are here? 63. Oh, 63 of it. Right, I need to soak the back of the car. Yes, I know. It's not straight. If you want to practice with one of these, you can always use it on the glass first. It really doesn't take any practice, to be honest with you. Just be very gentle. Make sure that the car is soaking wet. This particular clay bar only needs water. Oh, there's a lot on this one. Let me see if I can do a 50-50. Maybe you can hear the sound difference. Ooh, yeah, there's definitely a big difference here. Right, I'm going to pressure wash this off just because there might be some loose contaminants there. Just so there's no camera trickery, you can see. Right, let's see if you can hear the difference between these two. So this is the side that I have labelled. I'm going to have to get close to this because the microphone's here. Can you hear anything? Now this side. Sounds a bit more like sandpaper on the other side of the car. So it needs to be cleaned. You can see how easy this is. I can tell the difference. The cancelled 1% from the pressure washing family. Wash on, brother. Get it. Thank you very much. What is the name of it? The cancelled 1%. Does that mean you detail cars as well? If yes, whereabouts are you? Do you do it for yourself? Do you do it full time? Right. So, for those of you that have just joined and you're wondering what I'm actually up to, I'm decontaminating this car and I'm using a built timber regular clay bar. Now, their regular one, I don't know why they call it regular because it is their strongest clay bar. Which is normally the one that I stick to because cars rarely, if ever, come into me that have already had a clay bar treatment procedure. What it was real, I don't know. Right, we've got to get paint down here. Ooh, this really needs it. Getting excited over a clay bar, sad me. But you can see now it's just picking up more and more stuff. So after this, you'll be able to see what the paint looks like without any contaminants and what it's going to look like for me to start the machine polishing stage. I want to try and get this looking like brand new. If not better in some cases because it will never have been ceramic coated before. Exterior cleaning in US full time, 20 years in health, gone forever. In it for me. Been on fence about detailing a bit now, maybe one day. Oh, I hope you're all right. I'm 20 years in healthcare, sorry. Right. Well, if it makes any, I mean, your healthcare and what I say is healthcare is different just through the industry that I've been, but I used to be in health insurance. So I understand the industry a little bit. But if you like detailing and it just puts a smile on your face and you've got a bit of an OCD, then just do it in your spare time. You can start with next to nothing. A pressure washer, shampoo, buckets, and microfibers. Just start doing your own stuff. Well, that's exactly what happened with me. And a mate of mine, he said, would I do his car? I said, yeah. So, but what you've asked for is going to take me all day. And it really did. And I said, all you've got to do is, because I had another job, I didn't need any money for it. I said, you've got to feed me, and that'll be it. That'll be the payment. And he gave me 40 quid and fed me twice, and I was over the moon. Paid for my chemicals, and I bought more chemicals, did another job, charged a bit more. bought more chemicals, bought more equipment, and before you know it, the business actually funded itself, and I started doing it full time. So really easy for me in that particular instance to make the decision to do it full time. That's why I left insurance to do this. He's really working for his money. All right. So if anyone's got any questions, please let me know. Because after this, I'm going to dry the car and then I'm going to start to machine polish it. And I'm going to do that off of live. I can do it live. I've done it quite a few times, but there's a lot of car here and I don't want to run out of time. I'd rather do a little bit now, make sure that I can spare some time to go live. This is relatively smooth, except for the bottom. So I'm thinking out loud here. That's the other thing. Only play the car if it really needs it, which is why I do keep checking. But all of this is relatively smooth. No, it's completely smooth. Smooth. Right. What else do we need on here? So is there any questions? If you need a bit of help with your own car, your own business, let me know. Happy to help. I'm still the bonnet. With this particular clay barb I built, Amber, just make sure that the panels are always soaking wet. Some of the other clays out there, the company that will sell you the clay will also sell you a slip solution of some kind. Just buy this clay bar, they're the same costs. And just use water. You don't need an extra bottle hanging around for absolutely nothing. I don't think you do anyway. I'm going to go round the car because I know that this is going to get caught otherwise. There we go. This part of the clean is nearly done. So machine polishing next. And then maybe tomorrow or Sunday, I'll be doing the ceramic coating. Now with these clay bars, if you drop one of these on the floor, which I can do it after this because I won't be using it again. If you drop one on the floor, that's it, game over. Don't pick it up, don't use it again, straight in the bin. And the reason is everything sticks to it, which is exactly the reason why I'm using it now. And what will happen is if you drop it on the floor and there's a stone on the floor and you don't see it and you can't get it out of the clay and you start rubbing it in the paint, you can see exactly where I'm going with this. You're just going to ruin your own paintwork and then you really are going to have to machine polish. So yeah, I can't stress enough. If you do buy a clay bar, you can get a number of cars out of one block of clay. Just throw it in the bin. Don't use it again. Which is why you always need a bit of clay bar in stock. We've all been there, we've all dropped a clay bar before. I know that I have over and over again. You see? No, you can't see me. You might want to see me, I don't know. 43, I'm definitely boring a load of you, but 43 is still fantastic. So thank you for being here. If you haven't already subscribed, I'd love a subscription. Relatively easy, quick, easy click. I do lots of videos on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Always like to help people, which is why I've got a subscription service as well. For those that want a little bit more help. Ah, I'll give you all the hints and tips that you need to make sure that your car looks fantastic in the future. Right. Now, there were lots and lots of bugs stuck to this car. This guy does a lot of miles internationally. So hopefully they're all gone now. Let's try and get the bottom bits here. Thing is, you never know if you're claying a bug or a defect in the paint like a stone chip. So you've got to be careful. This car is in relatively good condition, I would say, except for the great big dent on the bonnet. Okay, time to pressure wash the car. This is what the clay bar looks like afterwards. Now, if I Drop this on the floor. What are most floors? I mean, my floor's dirty. It's not great. I know you can see it. There's now little bits of grit in here. And obviously, if I put that on the car now, I'm just going to scratch the car to pieces. So just to prove that this little thing's gone in the bin, it's just done. Get rid. Start with a fresh bit. Right, pressure wash the car, remove any last remaining contaminant. Then we dry the car and we start with the machine polishing. It's as easy as that. Now we've got 49 of you here. I was thinking, do I leave the live now? But I'm not going to do that. 49 is still a significant number of people. But none of you have got any questions for me. You're going really easy on me. This is a Fallen Angel microfiber. Well, I say microfiber, it's a towel, it's so big. Let it soak up a little bit of water first, just a tiny bit, and they will actually work better when they're slightly moist. Don't know why, it just does. That's the same with all drying towels, I might add. Now, I don't really need to dry this car because I'm using water from a reverse osmosis system. But because I'm going to be machine polishing, that's the reason that I need to dry it. But if this was a client that was coming in for an in and an out, should I say, then no, I wouldn't bother doing this. There's only one client that really wants the car dry, but he still knows that it won't leave any water spots. I think that's what people like. Oh, there's going to be some machine polishing that I can record for all of you on the door pillar. Maybe this side, the other side looks much, much worse. Someone's clearly been hacking away at it. And I'm going to show you. The owner showed me, and we're going to fix that. It's a relatively easy fix. The dent on the bonnet. Can you see this? Just here? I don't know if that's picking that up. Yeah, you can see that. How did he do that? I have absolutely no idea. I should have asked. Do you guys want me to shut up and just do the car? On TikTok, there is constant questions. Like they want a lot more help than you guys do. You guys let me off real easy. So the microfiber towel that I'm using is by Fallen Angel. Oh, car's just opened itself. Thank you. I swear the owner's watching this and he's just opening and closing the door now, just to watch me jump. Yep, so it's a Fallen Angel microfiber, and you can get around a whole car in a matter of minutes. Now, if I wasn't talking to you and moving the camera around, I really could get around this car in no time at all. Yeah, if you're using some of those old school leathers, or I'm in the bin. Oh, sorry, you couldn't see me for a minute. Thank you, Adam. I really appreciate you being here, all of you. Adam's a regular. So thank you, Adam, and hope you have a wonderful afternoon and see you soon, no doubt. Maybe I'll be back here doing machine polishing possibly tomorrow. Oh, look, the car's opening itself. Car's opening itself. Ollie, are you on here and you're opening and closing your own car? So Ollie is the owner. He's on holiday at the moment. I doubt he's on the beach opening and closing his car just to appease me. But he could be. Fallen Angel, we've been talking about you for a while. I was thinking of getting this car. Is it nice? It's not my car. I have driven it. And put it this way, I don't like BMWs. However, I do like this car. I have to admit it. For those of you that don't know, it's an electric car. It's really quite powerful. It is quite simple inside, but it does everything that you need. And yeah, sometimes simple can actually be overly complicated. Just getting a Tesla that all it's got is a screen and the screen does everything. It's simple, but it makes it more complicated. This car didn't feel like that. What I did like was the fact that, like self-drive to a degree, I kind of let my hand off the steering wheel a little bit, indicated left, it changed lanes, stuck in the lane. The adaptive cruise control, really great. It is comfy. The one thing I couldn't work out was the massage seats were driving me insane. I didn't want to be massaged, but it was massaging me nonetheless. Otherwise, it's a good car. And this guy drives all over the place with it. And I mean Europe. Um, but you own two BMWs. I got rid of a BMW because I don't like it. I sold that a few months ago. And that is a Mini, albeit, yes, BMW, but it's not a BMW badge. I was just saying such lovely things about you as well, Fallen Angel. Talk about all your lovely microfibers. Speaking of which, I'm about to use another one that you've got me. This one. This is Fallen Angel. This is where all my microfibers come from. You can see the lovely colours that they've got down there as well, and up here. So yeah, okay, one BMW. One BMW is enough. Greg, how are you doing, Greg? Right, time to start drying this car. Well, I've dried the car, but all the nooks and crannies, and that's what this little thing's for. Fallen Angel, I've been meaning to ask you, are you going to get your things listed on Amazon? Because I've got an Amazon shop and I want to put your things in there and you need to get it listed on Amazon. So help me out here. What do you reckon? Can you do it? For those of you wondering, I'm using a compressor, a high and die silent compressor. Silent just means it doesn't make a lot of noise. And this is just a cheap little gadget that goes on the end for blowing the dust out, the water even. 4.99 for 10, 4.99 or 10 for 25. Is that for this Fallen Angel? It's upside down. Is that for this one? This is 4.99. And that's some good maths. Are you sure that's the right cost? I found Amazon really confusing to list own brand items. Hmm. We'll find a way. Find a way to do it. I want to put that brush on there. You know which one. So many people ask me, and I don't want to list anyone else's. I want to list your one. Has anyone got any questions for the microfiber people? How to wash them? What they're made out of? Size? What other products have they got? Right, there's a lot on this car that is not good. I'm going to try and bring you in, see if you can see this. Can you see the imperfections in the bonnet? Lots of different spots on there. I don't know if that's picking it up on camera or not. So that's why I'm going to do machine polishing offline because I don't know what I'm up against until I actually start. All right. Wheelie dry, which is this one, is 40 by 40, 600 grams. Perfect. All the details are right there from Fallen Angel themselves. Hello, is that Alexandru? Sorry, my screen's gone dark. So I hope I've said your name properly, but thank you for the hello. And if all of you haven't subscribed already, I'd love a little subscribe click if you can spare me the time. I like to do regular lives or trying to get more regular. And I'm also trying to move to Mallorca, and let's see what I can do out there. I'm going to try again. Last year I tried and I broke my phone, so it didn't work. I want to see what we can do about maybe getting on a yacht and doing a live on a yacht. Let's see if someone will do that. Probably won't, but we can try. Oh, the lights look good. Right, so I'm nearly finished drying the car. If any of you have got any questions, please let me know. In the next couple of minutes, I'm going to start the machine polishing, but I'm going to do that offline. Your unused Ultra Plus 500 polishing. Yeah, it's a bit of an ongoing joke with Fallen Angel because you've got some microfibers that are such lovely, thick, soft microfibers that I won't use them because I don't want to make them dirty. So, and you know what? I've got one of them. Oh, I've got one of them in the car just so I can wipe down the surfaces when they get a little bit dusty. Oh, come on, stop doing that. Obviously, I don't want to put too much water in here, which is why I didn't clean it in a regular in an electric car. Right. I think I'm up to date with all the questions, of which there have not been many. You really let me go easy. The people on TikTok do not. They have question after question after question. Come on, after question. I'm not complaining. There's a lot of questions. I like the questions. Right, okay. I'm going to call that a day on here. So if you the last chance to write a question if you've got one, or click subscribe, which I would really love. How's the missus? She's absolutely fantastic. And she was here for albeit of about 2 minutes earlier. And I'm still trying to work out a way to move to Mallorca. So if any of you are lawyers and you can help me move to Mallorca, um, send me a direct message. I'd love to talk to you. And that's it. I'm going to call this a day for this particular live. So your last chance to ask a question. Don't know why I needed to do that. And click the subscribe button. I don't know why you've put that on there. But all right, so I'm going to go in just a few seconds because there's no questions coming up. But I'm Jay from PFG Detailing, which is my business. I detail cars. And thank you all for being here. I love you all. But I'm going to go and do some machine polishing. So I'll see you soon. Thank you and bye bye.